Statement from Coach.
Tonight we ran into a really hot team. This team's been playing really well. I thought the first half we started the game pretty good. We were able to see the ball go through the basket a little bit, and that's what you have to do. You have to score against this team so you can get back and get set. I thought we did that for a while. Then we went to the bench, and then we kind of hit a big lull. I think we had a stretch of about 10 minutes where we only scored 4 points, and they were able to get some separation from us there. And we never really, had a little bit of a push in the second half, but never really threatened them. And I think they got comfortable. They kind of pounded us on the inside. Williams had an unbelievable game. It's nothing. Again, saw him watching him, scouting his team 2 games ago. He was 9 for 9, so it's not a fluke. He's as good as advertised. Broom, I thought he was a real presence down there. It's a tough way to win a game when half of their misses that they got back on the offensive board. So we got to, again, I talked about it before the game, trying to get a little bit more physicality, making sure that we go and hit, keep them off their offensive boards, and we weren't able to get that accomplished tonight.
Can you talk about what went wrong when Auburn went on a 22 run in the first half, and then how did you guys try to recover from there?
Say that again.
Can you talk about what went wrong in Auburn's 22 run in the middle of the first half?
Yeah, we had a drought, our scoring drought. We didn't score ourselves. I mean, I think that was some of it. We just were, taking shots, and then they were able to get in transition. They, Williams. They made some threes in transition, and it's all, like I said, it was probably like a 10-minute stretch there where we got looks at the basket and they just didn't go in for us. We even got fouled on a 3-point shot, went to the line and wasn't able to convert those either. So that's just kind of snowball from there.
You guys had 4 assists tonight. Was that something they did, or you're not getting your feet in the paint enough, or something else on your?
No, I think it's just a lack. It was a little bit of lack of shot making, but again, they switched everything. Kind of took us out of some of it, so it forced us to try to go and get in the paint and I thought we still were able to do that, but instead of playing off of 2 and really, taking high percentage shots, we took some lower percentage shots, and I still think that we watched a little bit once they kind of some of our switching, instead of us getting to our bailouts to where we could get some open looks. Guys just kind of stopped, and I think that's something that we got to work on. I mean, we've seen switching teams before. But I think when it got a litthe bit sticky, once the guy we were spraying the ball, making the right plays, and then shots weren't falling, and those guys, and it's just natural, tiring heads once guys aren't making shots and they're kicking out to them to try to put it on themselves to try to force the issue a little bit more, and that's not what we need to do. We need to still continue to trust and just get it moving and popping a little bit more, and we didn't do that in the first half.
What did you see out of Malik Maitland tonight? I know he had 11 points, career high for him.
Yeah, I thought Malik did some really good things for us. I mean, he crashed the board really hard. I think he had 4 offensive rebounds. I mean, we did a pretty good job on the offensive boards ourselves, but it's just more about defensive rebounds. I mean, we almost had as many offensive rebounds as we had defensive rebounds, and that's not a good thing. Even though we were aggressive on the offensive boards, but I thought Malik got, he stepped into a 3 with confidence. I mean, he can get his feet in the paint, can play off 2, can finish around there. He has the length to finish around there. He's a good defender. We don't have to bring help as quick as we do with some other guys because he's able to guard his own yard and guard his man. Not just on the perimeter and the post as well, but he's getting better. That's why he's in the lineup. That's why he's doing some good things for us. And thought Jason, he got a little bit of foul trouble today, but he got going there in the second half as well. And that was a little bit of when he had to come back out with those quick fouls, those 2 quick fouls that kind of hurt that second unit as well because he's a guy that we rely on in that second unit.
Tough competition. I mean, game in, game out in the SEC. Is this the best you've seen this league since you've been here, you think?
I mean, it's hard to say right now. It's still early on. I mean, I hadn't seen everybody, but it's definitely a tough league. I mean, you cannot play. You have to play smart. You have to play physical. You can't play soft, at all. And I think we're a little bit undersized, but I think it's just a matter of will and a matter of toughness that we gotta find it. But it's definitely. I mean, this is definitely one of the best Auburn teams I've seen since I've been here. They did have a good group that first year. They had a real older group, but I mean, top to bottom right now, I think with those guys, coming off the bench for them, I don't know if we've seen this much depth on one team in the SEC right now. They really come with KD. I mean, you got KD coming off the bench. You got Cardwell coming off the bench. I mean, he's 12 and 6 for him. Blocking shots and doing the things that he's doing. So you think you get a little bit of relief when Williams and Broome go out of the game, and then he comes in. He probably has more energy than all of them. So I mean, they're definitely a tough cover, and a team that has a chance to do something really deep this year.
You have yet to surpass the 80-point mark in a game yet this year. You have the players with Ez and Tyron and guys like Jason off the bench, but what's it going to take to get that offense going like it can?
Well, I don't think it's our offense is going. It's just we got to score. Got to score basket. I mean, look at the percentages. I think we're getting shots. We're getting makeable shots that we make in practice that we practice on, and we're just not able to, for whatever reason, to convert them in the game. It's like Tyron got to the line a little bit tonight. He was 7 for 8, but 3 for 12. That's not really gonna get it for one of our go-to guys. Will we try to find a way to make it easier, create some more double gaps for him to get downhill and do some things. But he took 6 threes. A couple more of those. It's maybe a different game. But yeah, Tassos is a guy that is a 40% three-point shooter for us. He goes 0 for 4 tonight. Thought that, one of them got blocked, but I thought the other 3 were some pretty decent looks for him that he's capable of making. So again, it's a make and miss league. I think if we get 80 points, that'll be a good game for us. I think our defense has been doing some good things for us. Obviously, securing the rebound is a part of rebounding, and that's where a part of playing good defense, and we got to get a little bit better in that department. But our initial defense of making them miss the first shot, we're still doing that at a pretty good rate. So we just got to find a way to secure those balls and try to convert on the other end ourselves.
What kind of mentality does it take to climb out of the 15 or 20-point hole that Auburn had put you guys in? And what do you tell the guys through those stretches in the game?
Well, I just thought, I thought that if we could keep our turnovers down, then that could help us get back in the game if we made some shots. Right? I think we wouldn't be able to cut into it if we didn't take care of the ball. I think that was the biggest key coming into the game anyway, being able to take care of the ball. And we did a decent job at it tonight. We had 11 turnovers, but again, it was a lot of one-on-one. And again, give them credit. They did their pressure, how they got into us, how they were able to defend us individually, where we didn't really attack the mismatches. I thought Ben had some opportunities on the post with some smaller guys, and we didn't get the ball to him. And so that's just on us. We got to continue to work to make with our guys to punch it in there. I mean, because I thought he did. He sat down in the post, and we just didn't get him the ball. And when we get the ball in the post, good things happen.
You mentioned Tyron and Ezra maybe forcing the issue a little bit. How do you balance kind of telling them to attack? They're obviously 2 of your best guys, but also telling them to be smart.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's obviously those guys want to do it, and when they get in the paint, they get it deep. I think when we watched it on film. There's some opportunities for them to make some late sprays to guys, and but we just got to keep talking about it, keep hammering it home to try to make those. But it's not a selfish thing. I mean, they want to try to get it done for the team. But with this group, we got to do it together. We got to make sure. I mean, we got guys that I think if we get the ball popping, it just gets sticky. I talked about it, and it's becoming to get a little. It was sticky tonight, especially once we kind of got behind. Everybody wanted to do it themselves, and we have to do it together.
What does learning from this result in a positive way look like for your guys?
No, I think our guys understand it. I mean, we watch a ton of it ourselves. Again, like a lot of it is just things that we've been doing to ourselves. It's self-inflicted. You know, tonight, you know, was probably one of the first night where not was only was it just self-inflicted, that it was probably just a little bit more physical toughness and presence from that Auburn team. But I do think that, you know, the guys aren't really losing confidence in it because they know we just need to do some things better on. We can see it when we do it right. Good things happen, but like I said, just those mental errors, those mental lapses that we have of things that we know how to do, whether it's a pick and roll coverage or whether it's how we're trying to you know, handle a screen, whether we want to go over or go under. It's been real sticklers to that, and I think that's where we haven't been the best that I think that we can be yet.
With a stretch like this, just as a human, how difficult is it to manage this, and how do you deal with it?
Well, no, I mean the sky's not falling, man. We played some pretty good teams that had gotten off to, you know, really good starts. I mean, I you know, nothing against them. I don't think the LSU game, I thought that was a winnable game for us, that we didn't take care of the ball, that we, you know, had a good chance to win. But again, it's hard to win on the road in the SEC. So they did what they had to do there. But I mean, probably right now as it stands, you know, we think Ole Miss was, you know, it was a 15-1 team. I think they may have lost tonight, but again, we played some teams that probably were just in a better place than we are right now. We're understanding what we want to get, both on the offensive and defensive end, and with the experience or the lack of experience that we have right now. But we're gaining it. I think these guys getting this rep. I thought JQ did some good things the night before, and then he goes down hurt. So we're a little lean in that department right now. It was good to get Isaiah back into the mix a little bit. Again, I thought he was a little rusty, had a couple turnovers, but at the same time, I thought he was aggressive and tried to get in the paint. So we'll continue to find the rhythm with these guys. Try to find the right combinations that gives us the best chance.
What do you see from this Mississippi State team coming up, and how do you see you guys match up against
Physical. Again, I mean, I think there's no rest for the weary in this league. I mean, Tulu Smith has been, you know, he's been dominant in this league for a long time. He knows his strengths. They're gonna try to pump it in. They got other athletes, you know, around the floor. That the guys, the Hubbard kid didn't have a good game today. I watched some of that game, but he's a very capable shooter. You know, Jeffries, all those guys. I mean, it's a good team. We got to be ready to play. Got to go down there with the mindset we've gone down there and we've, you know, been able to do it before. So we got to try to do it again.
All right, thanks, guys. Auburn will be in just a second.